life without the Sunday morning values and Saturday morning fun that they so desired. Until now. I know we don't have a stand. It's going to be fixed next time. The end.
Hopefully.
This is the story, The Littlest King, our next episode.
Yep.
A lot simpler than our other ones, just to let you know, because in the same way that Dave and the Giant Pickle was a way to scale back from Rag, Shaggy and Benny, and the first Silly Sing-Along was the way to scale back from Toys Say Christmas, this is one to scale back from like our last 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Pretty much every single one this year has been giant, except for Silent Cries. That doesn't count.
Yeah. I mean, especially Chuck, like if we're gonna pick one to be huge, it always seems that the ones that are huge have something to do with chocolate and Mr. Nezer.
It's true.
Yeah.
And so this one, The Littlest King, based off the story of Josiah.
Which is something that I really think that, like, any other kids show, like, I don't get why, like, no one's done it.
Yeah. Well, we've done it now.
Yeah, we've done it.
Alongside it is the story of Zacchaeus, or Zack in the Big City, told in the style of Flibber Lou. And the Snoodles Tale, if you want to go further.
Yeah. Which, kind of on that topic, this whole episode has a very kind of classic-esque, like, overarching style to it.
Kind of does, yeah.
It's just kind of... Yeah, like, when we were reading through it, like, through my head is just going, like, when I'm imaging it. That's not a word. Imagining it. There we go.
Imagination.
Like, I could only picture it, like, with kind of, like, the old animation. Part of that's because, like, really the only characters that are up here are older, and just their writing styles kind of throws back to the original a lot. Especially in Zack in the Big City, just because it is, like, a lot like Flibber Lou.
Yeah, the lesson is a lesson in God's forgiveness, which you'll see how that amounts to.
It's not the same as forgiveness.
But it's his forgiveness.
It's being forgiven, not forgiving.
And now this is the easiest part of them all, the casting. This is very brief.
Casting is
Zacchaeus, a.k.a. Zack, is Mr. Lunch, read by him.
Moi.
Also,
Yours
Bob
truly.
is read by me, Larry is read by him. Bob is in Zack in the Big City, and Larry is in Littlest King.
As narrators, respectively.
Soothsayer, basically the Jesus of this story, is Mr. Nezer. He's not Jesus, he's Mr. Nezer.
He's a motivational speaker.
The mayor is Archibald, read by me. Then Zack in the Big City.
You got Junior, who's Josiah.
You.
Yeah.
And Pastor Hilk, who's Paul Grave, and that's me. Everyone else plays themselves in that one. Jean-Claude
which is the
Philippe.
Scallions and the French Peas.
Yeah, the French Peas are him, and I'm Scallion 1, he's the other 2 Scallions. That's pretty much it. Now, this is a shorter one. Like I said, we had to scale back, but don't worry, we gave you a little
there's also Mad Marv. Mad Marv is like in like 2 seconds of it.
Yeah. But then we want to scale back just a little bit because, well, we do give you a little bit of a hint as to next time. And next time, we're going right back to the big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. And then
there's
there's
just a little break.
our silly song Board Game King, which was a nightmare recording. We deleted it, the right one by accident, and then we had to redo it. But don't worry, it turned out fine. Hope you enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, The Littlest King. Open to Bob and Larry on the countertop. Hi kids, welcome to VeggieTales. I'm Bob the Tomato.
And I'm Larry the Cucumber.
And we're here to answer your questions.
That's right.
Today we got a letter from Sandy Ramus from Charleston, West Virginia.
Ooh, West Virginia. This'll be good.
Why's that?
I don't know. I like West Virginia.
And?
And what?
Okay then. Anyways, Sandy said he did something wrong and feels very bad about it. So we asked everyone involved to forgive him, and what do you know, they did. But he's worried about how God feels about this, and wants to know if he'll be forgiven.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed.
Well, luckily, we've got just the story to help old Sandy Boy out with his problems here.
That's right. Zack in the Big City.
King.
Huh?
Bob, I'm not so sure. I'm pretty sure my story was gonna help him out a lot more.
But I know for a fact that mine is more relevant to the situation at hand.
Well, we're gonna do mine.
Mine,
Bob.
I tell you what, mine's kind of short. Why don't we just do both?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, glad we could figure this out. But I'm going first.
Fine.
Now, Sandy, get ready for the story of Zack and the Big City. Roll film. opened up to a small, brightly colored town. Not so long ago, there was a town known as North Nello. Anyone could spot it from far away, as its buildings were all sorts of reds and blues and yellows. The people were happy, they sang and they danced, and every day it seemed that their good feelings advanced. Everyone there got along just fine, except for one man who would ruin any fun time. His name is Zack, or so I've been told. He was known for cheating all people, the young and the old. He did this all for money, all he cared about, and he'd take it from people with one selfish clout.
Hello there, my friend,
He said to the person.
But I have an idea that is very much fun. I had an idea so bold and brash, one that can save good times from falling into the trash.
Oh, really? Can this be true?
Well, of course, would I lie to you? My idea is thusly.
He said with a holler.
You could give me $1. Then you, my respectful snub, can join the I Gave Zack $1 club.
That sounds great. Take it now. And at that moment, the grape had been robbed. And unfortunately, I must chime.
This works every time.
But things weren't all happy for this man, even though everything was going according to his plan. All he had was money, surrounded only by this. Not one friend to share it with, consumed by unwanted bliss. Though his money piled high all the way to the sky, he felt saddened and alone. So he said with a moan,
This is terrible. This money doesn't excite me anymore. I feel saddened, straight to the core. I want to make it right, but nobody will forgive my malevolent might. If only there was someone out there who could ignore my past and give me a friendship so very vast.
But just at that moment, Zack heard a voice call, Come on! The famed motivational speaker, Soothsayer, is coming to North Narrow. He has come here to help all of the common fellow, to help you with your problems, your quarrels and tiffs. And just meet him there 3 at Tinoki Cliff. At that moment, Zack got very enthralled.
Could he help me with my problems once and for all?
Help you! That's ridiculous, absurd, and foolish too. What makes you think that this man would want to see you, Zack? Ha ha ha! Oh, your greed is so strong it knots my back. You're so rotten and vile, your love of money is just so infantile.
Well, I don't care what you say.
Zack snapped at the mayor.
I'm going to go out and see this Mr. Soothsayer. And I will show you once and for all that I'll abandon my wicked ways. I've got the gall.
How I like to see you try! He won't even look at you, and that's no lie. So go out to see him, oh, do so please, and have the whole town laugh and fall to their knees. Zack said nothing in response to the taunt. He walked off through the street with the courage and determination he'd want. He walked through the bluegrass fields of Taro McSneil's and didn't even slow as he passed through Grand Puckett Road. He walked up to a soaring cliff and thought that if he can see this man, he would change his whole lifespan. And just as the crowd gathered round as the man walked to the ground, it was Soothsayer, or so it would seem. And as he saw him, Zack's face beamed. He looked on at him with a gleam in his eye.
You know I don't have those, but don't ask why. It's great that he's here, but I can hardly see.
And that's when Zack looked up and noticed the giant coleberry tree. It was strong and red and tall, and then Zack, being a man oh so small,
Hey!
climbed up the tree for a better view, hoping to hear some words, at least just a few.
Now that I'm up here, I can finally see. Everything's as good can be.
He listened to the man talk for hours about kindness, loyalty, and courage too, but then he looked up and saw, guess who? It was Zack sitting up in the tree, looking as foolish as can be. Who is that man? Soothsayer asked the mayor in the crowd. Why, that's Zack, but ignore him. Well, his kind should not be allowed. He's brutish and ghastly, not a people pleaser. He'd be cruel to anyone, from the youngest baby to the oldest geezer. I see. But I can't in my good mind turn my back on someone in morally need. Zack, hear my plea. Come down from that tree. I have some important things to tell you, and you know this to be true. So Zack brought Sooth to his house and told him all about his strife.
Is there any way that I can fix my life?
You know, all you have to do is ask for the forgiveness of God. And although it seems odd, his forgiveness is what matters most when you do wrong. It fixes any pain, no matter how strong.
This can't be right. Don't you know what I've done? I've lied. I've cheated. I've slapped people with fishes. And whenever I have company, I make them do the dishes. I've done so much wrong and so many things so bad, he won't ever forgive me. Not even a tad.
That's ridiculous, the man said gently. He'll overlook anything you've done so long as you ask intently. And judging by the fact that you sat up in that tree as awkward as and uncomfortable as can be, you know you want to change, and so long as you mean it, he'll overlook what you've done because he loves you, and you're his son. Zack was inspired by this news. It instantly shook off his blues. And on that day, he vowed he'd no longer be nasty and start being kind to the crowd. So if you ever go to North Nello, you'll be greeted by a Zack who's kind and so mellow. He'll be happy to spend time with you and be your friend too. And he has no interest in scamming you. God's forgiveness has changed him. He's done all he can to earn it, and his forgiveness is the same for you. It's strong, potent, and it will never quit. And now it's time for City Songs with Larry, the part of the show where Larry comes out and sings a city song. We join Larry as he's in the middle of a heated chess game with Petunia Rhubarb.
Ha! Got ya.
Ooh, gotta say, you're pretty close to checkmate, Larry.
Well, what can I say? I mean, are you surprised?
Excuse me?
I mean, I don't want to brag, but I am the board game king after all.
The what?
No matter what the game is, I'll win, 'cause I'm a truist. Nobody can beat me. I stand by this decree. When it comes to chess, I'll make you a mess. I can win anything because I'm the board game king. When it comes to Clue, I'll give you your due. Game of life, all you'll get is strife. I'll bring you to your knee at Monopoly. When it comes to sorry, I'm anything but. I promise that you'll feel like a giant nut because I'm the board game king. Nobody can beat me at trouble. Turn your hopes into rubble. Though you may want to beat me in Battleship, I know that you will slip. When I play Chutes and Ladders, I'll make you feel much sadder. Nobody can top my checker skills. I'll have you bending to my wills. I'm the best at apples to apples to victory. I will grapple. I'm the champion at Mousetrap, and I know that you'll feel my zap. Who can top me in Trivial Pursuit? Trying will be a hoot. I can win at every single thing, because I am the board game king. You won't win, you have no alibi. Don't even try, any attempt will go awry. I'm the best, and don't ask why. To everyone this will apply. So sing that I'm the board game king. Let the message ring, I'm the board game king. I'm the board game king. I'm the board game king. I'm the board game king.
Checkmate.
What?
Checkmate. That means I won. See, look.
Oh.
So much for the board game king, huh? This has been City Songs with Larry. Tune in next time to hear Larry say...
Okay, best out of 71.
Oh, brother. Fade to Josiah walking through the town with the scallions.
Long, long ago, in a kingdom far, far away, there was a king. His name was Josiah, and he was the youngest king in all of history. However, he was very irresponsible, and this trickled down to the citizens. The whole area was a spicy cesspool of crime and villainy. But one day, that all changed. And then we'll replace the field with my own personal pizza palace. And then we'll replace the shanty town with my second personal pizza palace. It's great to be king.
I must say, sire, you must really enjoy being king.
Mm-hmm. And the youngest king in history.
That's right.
That's kind of a useless fact. I'm just saying. Well, it's amazing being the king. I have all the wisdom of a kid and responsibilities of a king. It's a perfect match.
Oh, well, of course it is, and I know you'd never do any wrong.
But won't the construction of these new pizzerias cost kind of a lot? Oh, don't worry, we'll just raise the taxes. Put a couple of tool booths by the borders. It'll be fine. It won't hurt a bit. That's the spirit. Oh, and while we're out here, let's check up on the church. Why do we need to do that?
He's converting half of it into an arcade, don't you remember?
Oh, right. Whose crazy idea was that? Mine. And that's why it's so fantastic.
Josiah and the Scallions walk over to the church, but are stopped by Jean-Claude and Philippe.
Hold it right there, sire. Hello? Who are you? And why are you in my way? We want to talk to you about removing the shanty town to make room for your selfish needs. Isn't it great? Oui, it would be. If it didn't deprive us of our homes, where will we go? Where will we live?
Oh, well, let me tell you that. It's a beautiful, wonderful, magical place with magical charms called I Don't Care at All.
Good one.
Thank you.
I am telling you, sire, this is just plain evil. No, it's not. It can't be wrong. See, God wants us to be happy, and whatever makes me happy can't be bad. It's as simple as that. That still makes no sense. But takes one to know one. Okay. His was funny. Yours was weird and goofy. Come on, guys. Let's just go in.
Right behind you.
Josiah and the Scallions enter the church.
You can run, but cannot hide. But not... I'll get back to you on that one.
Cut inside the church as Josiah and the Scallions walk up to Pastor Hilk, who's sleeping in a chair.
Oh, Pastor Hilk, good to see you. What news do you have for us? Pastor Hilk? Pastor Hilk! Ah, I'm awake.
So, how's the construction going?
Oh, it's going.
Did you find anything interesting?
I found a blue cow in a dream I had. Now, if you don't mind, I would like to get back to it. Do you mind, Sire?
I guess. Go for it. Well, that was fast. Anyways, Street Fighter 2 will go here, and Final Fight will go here.
Josiah and the Scallions walk away as Pastor Hill slumps in his chair. Bubbles! Bubbles, come back! Bubbles! My Bubbles! The evil popcorn shrimp monster lives there! Don't go there! Bubbles! Bubbles! My Bubbles! Ah! Pastor Hill tips over in his chair and falls to the ground. Oh, man. Awake again. Huh? Oh, what's this? Pastor Hill looks at the wall and sees a rolled up piece of paper. He pulls it out and looks at it. Huh? Oh! Sire! Sire!
What is it?
Oh, look what I found!
A piece of paper?
No, it's a rolled up piece of paper.
No, it's none of those things. Okay, well, actually, it's both of those things, but it's something more important than just a rolled up piece of paper. It's God's Book of the Law. It's what tells us what to do and what not to do, and tells us everything that's right and wrong in God's eyes.
Let me see that.
Here, take a look. Josiah takes the paper.
Oh no! This is terrible! Everything I've been doing is wrong! Why? I feel so dirty! Don't look at me!
I don't understand what's going on.
That can't be right. You're a government official, and as we all know, that whatever they do can't be wrong.
Exactly.
Everything I know is a lie. Don't you think you're being a little overdramatic?
Oh, just keep reading, sire. I'm sure that it's just a joke. It can't be all that bad. Just keep reading. I'm sure you'll find the truth.
Cut to Josiah in his throne at night, reading the paper as the Scallions walk up to him.
Sire, we're worried about you. There's so many acts of tyranny that you've gotten overlooked today.
Is it that book of the law again? This book, it clearly states that everything we've been doing is wrong in God's eyes.
You know this never would have happened if that Pastor Hilk actually did his job correctly.
That's what we get for hiring non-union pastors.
That's true.
This is terrible. I feel so guilty. Well, don't worry, Your Highness. We can just raise taxes for no reason. There you go again. We can't keep doing this. Luckily, we have a way out. Raising taxes for no reason? No, it says here that God will forgive someone when they do wrong, so long as they truly mean it and try to turn away from the wrong they committed. And that's what I want to do.
You surely can't be serious about this, sire. I mean, you've been this way for so long. Why change now?
Well, it's the book of the law says this is exactly what God warns us not to do. And if I'm going to lead God's people, I shouldn't be doing exactly what he tells us not to do.
But it's so much fun.
Well, No, I'm gonna do what God wants, and that's that.
Well, I'm sure you can do that. Or you can raid the hardware store for some toaster ovens.
No, I already told you. From now on, there is a new King Josiah, a king who follows God.
Oh dear, I don't like the sound of that.
Fade to Josiah in front of the shanty town as Jean-Claude and Philippe run up to him.
What do you think you're doing? You're destroying our homes. Typical malevolent dictator. What do you think you're doing? Don't insult the king, no matter how evil he is. I'm so sorry, sire. Please do not boil me in a pot of broth and noodles. I won't do that. And I'm not destroying your homes. I'm making them better. I decided that instead of another pizza palace, I could help renovate your home so they're not unlivable in. I have enough money to spare. Oh, well, merci. I did a lot of wrong things, but now it's my chance to show God that I'm through with them.
Sire, with all due respect, we've been talking amongst ourselves and we can't stand the direction you're going in.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but God forgave me, and I'm not going back. I turned from my wicked ways, and I will not start again.
Oh, this is bad. This is all your fault.
How is it my fault?
I don't know, I just really need somebody to blame right now. Well, this can't possibly keep going. He can't be serious.
Josiah holds up the blueprints from converting the church and rips them in half.
Okay, it's worse than we thought.
Yes, definitely.
Cut to Josiah handing out food to beggars as the Skylands shake their heads. Cut to Margrave walking down the road as Mad Marv takes her purse. Yeah! Oh man, this is gonna be great! Josiah jumps out, shakes his head, Mad Marv gives it back to her. Sorry about that!
Just don't let it happen again.
Cut to Josiah painting over graffiti on a wall. He's about to show the Skylands on a nearby hill.
All right, gentlemen, I believe this has gone way too far. We're losing all the kickbacks that we normally get at this time.
Something has to be done.
And I think I know just what to do.
Oh, I like it.
It's sneaky.
And it just
might
work.
Why does that sound so familiar?
Hmm.
Oh well, we've got a plan to do. Come, gentlemen. We must bring King Josiah back to his former glory.
Cut to Josiah on his throne as Scallions 1 and 2 walk up to him.
Let's see, the community center will go here, and the soup kitchen's gonna go here, and the new church is gonna go over here.
Hello, sire. What are you doing?
I'm just planning, our new town. Oh, Your Majesty, there's, someone here to see you. Oh, is it Pastor Hilk? Because he's scheduling for work ethics training in 10 minutes.
No, it's not him. Who was it again?
It's an aspiring billionaire. This'll never work.
Yes, it will. Trust me. Sire, meet Wealthy McMoneybags.
Scallion 3 enters, wearing a fake mustache.
Hello, sire. I am Wealthy McCashbags.
Moneybags.
That is, yes, Moneybags. Cashbags is my cousin. World famous billionaire. I am here to talk to you about some very important issues. Okay. It appears that your corruption has slipped massively. There is a risky and careless move that you are making. And as we all know, corruption means success, joy, and big bucks. As you can clearly see by this chart, your old ways were much better.
Scallion 3 holds up a chart that says corruption equals yes.
I must say, he makes a pretty good point.
As we all know, rich people always know what's best for everybody.
Oh yeah, rich people know everything.
Oh, of course.
I don't know. Something doesn't seem right about this.
What are you talking about, sire? Everything is completely normal and real.
Wait, that's it! I knew it! The real Wealthy McMoneybags doesn't have a mustache! He's good.
Scallion 3 takes the mustache off.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, I forgot I really grew this mustache.
Ooh.
What is going on here?
Well, sire, we're worried about you, and we really just want
No, you're not worried about me. You're worried about your own well-being. Look, I know that God gives us second chances and will always forgive us no matter what happens. However, the whole point of forgiveness is to overlook what you've done in favor of improving yourself and turning away from sin. God gets very disappointed when we take the forgiveness and just keep doing the sinful things that we already did, and I don't want to disappoint him. This hasn't just helped me, but everyone. Crime has gone down significantly, people have become more hospitable, and the streets have never been cleaner. Everything has been so much nicer, and I'm going to continue to turn this place around, with or without you. Is that so?
Come now, this must just be a hollow threat. You can't possibly believe in all that stuff.
If you're going to keep acting like this in my kingdom, well, then this kingdom is not the place for you.
You know what? I hear they're looking for wise men down in Babylon. Been fun, but we got to be going.
See ya later.
Skellions run away.
And good riddance. Now, let's see.
I'm here for ethics training.
Oh, good.
Can I take my nap voice?
That's kind of defeats the purpose of ethics training.
Oh, what's next? I'm actually gonna have to write stuff down? You're asking way too much of me!
Yes, pull out your notebook and, now we will begin writing.
I forgot my pencil.
You can borrow this one. Now, remember,
I forgot my notebook.
Write on a leaf. If we want to upkeep our city and kingdom, following God's footsteps and building a perfect place for all our citizens, then we've got to put the work into it, too.
I guess so. So where do we start?
Well, let's see. We're going to put the church here, and from that day forward, Josiah did his absolute best to keep his word to God, and the kingdom was far better off with that.
They do Bob and Larry on the countertop.
Wow, that was a good one, Larry. Nice job.
Thanks, Bob. Yours was all right.
Larry.
I'm just kidding. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Oh, good. I put a lot of work into it. You know, the overused literary Great. The overused It really helped going to overused literary emulations camp.
Ah, yes. Well, anyways, we're over here by QWERTY to talk about what we've learned today.
Just let it play. I mean, we might as well. So, QWERTY, do you have a verse for us today?
Repent then, and turn to God, so that your sins may be wiped out, that times of refreshing may come from the Lord. Acts 3:19.
So in the story of Zach in the big city, we learn that God will forgive anybody, no matter what they did in the past, even if they were someone as horrible and nasty as Zach was.
And in the story of Josiah, when God forgives you, you need to turn your life around to make God proud.
Otherwise, you'll end up like the Skellions. And let's face it, nobody wants to be like them. No offense, guys. I mean, alright, you know what I mean.
And of course, no one's going to be perfect. But as long as you try your very best to turn your life around and get rid of whatever sin, God will be proud.
And he'll always be there with open arms.
Just as long as you're willing to try.
Exactly. Well, that's all the time
Wait, Bob?
Yeah?
I forgot to mention one little thing.
Yeah, what's that, Larry?
Well, you see, my Aunt Marion and my Uncle Ed wrote to me, and, you see, they said that they're, coming to visit in a few weeks.
Oh, that's wonderful!
Yep, and, I told them they could run the next show.
That's... what?
Remember, kids, God made you special, and he loves you very much. Bye!
Goodbye. Larry, we gotta talk!
Oh, don't worry, it's all settled.
No, Larry!